Hi, this is Neil's Dahan Dynasty. Buy some silver, some platinum. Like, share, and subscribe. Be kind, helpful, and grateful. Never treat people like slaves. Never treat people like you're better than them. Because you're not. We're all the same. We all came from the same place. We have different beliefs and different feelings, different ideas. But we all have 10 fingers, nose, 2 eyes, 2 ears, mouth, throat, 2 legs, 2 arms. We're all of the same species. So if you think you're better than someone else, you're a piece of shit. Be kind, helpful, and grateful. Don't be superior, because you're not. The only superior person died about 2,000 years ago. Anyhow, this is about women. I did a show on Iran. Pissed me off. Freaking Iranian moral police. Thank God there are strong women in Iran.
In Iran, widespread protests have broken out, only this time the demonstrations are being led by women. Iranian women have been subjected to archaic laws and medieval attire restrictions. In some provinces of Iran, it is mandatory for women to cover their heads with scarves. Also known as the hijab, women around the world have argued that the piece of cloth is a symbol of oppression and patriarchy. Last week, a woman named Mahsa Amini, who was just 22 years old, was arrested by Iran's morality police for quote-unquote unsuitable attire. In a shocking turn of events, she died in the custody of Iran's morality police, and her death has triggered a wave of violence across the Shiite nation. For 5 days now, women, flanked by men on their sides, have come out on the streets of Iran. The protests, which have now turned violent, have seen demonstrators get killed by Iranian forces. So far, 7 people, including one Iranian security official, have been killed in the protests. On Tuesday alone, 3 people were killed. Kurdish areas of northwestern Iran have emerged as the epicenter of the ongoing protests, although people across the country are livid with the Islamic regime led by Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. On Tuesday, women across Iran cut their hair, burnt their hijabs, and danced in open defiance to the public etiquette standards laid down by the regime. As women burnt hijabs in vivid opposition to Iran's attire rules, crowds cheered fervently, signaling how the new generation of Iranians has had enough of orthodoxy. The protests have spread to at least 50 cities and towns nationwide and are the largest since a wave of demonstrations in 2019 over gasoline price rises. They come at a particularly peculiar time for the Iranian regime, as the United Nations General Assembly is in session and the country's president, Ibrahim Raisi, addressed the multinational body while protests raged back in his country. Everything changed in Iran after the Islamic Revolution of 1979. Women were directed to wear headscarves and loose-fitting clothes that would...
Okay, first off, Islamic Revolution. That means their religious leaders took over and decided to dictate to everyone their religion as law. This is why we separate church and state, so that radicals can't get in there and destroy our way of life the way they destroyed the Iranians' way of life.
Disguise their figures in public. In order to ensure that the Iranian regime's diktats are followed by women across the country, the Gasht-e-Arshad, which is Iran's morality police, has been gifted with tremendous powers. Officers belonging to this force of morality enforcers have the authority to stop women at will and assess whether they are showing too much hair, are wearing too tight trousers, or whether some of them brandish shorts publicly. What are the punishments? They range from fines to prison. Flogging of women.
You see that? This is what Iran allows. This is what Islamabad Islamic Sharia law allows. Actually, Islamic Sharia law dictates, mandates, continuously forces upon you. This is a religion, radical Islamic religion. Islam is a radical religion. This, they range from fines to prison. Flogging women is allowed, to deemed to be dressed inappropriately and engage in activities that the regime considers unfeminine. So now the females don't get to tell you what females do. The men get to tell the females what to do. Man, why do you like Islam? I can understand if you're a man, you can dominate and be an oppressive regime leader and powerful and beat your women and keep them in line to make you feel good. Then you go out and fuck your goat. Islam sucks, dude. I'm sorry. Muhammad was a freak. Islam sucks. It needs to be reformed, and they're setting up for their Antichrist or their Christ to come and do this thing. Man, it's in the Bible. We all know about it. It's coming. Your little Antichrist that you're setting up. Little Iranians are setting up. Your Iranian religion is setting up. Not the Iranian people. The Iranian people are great. Love the Iranian people. Your religion sucks. You're killing people. You're allowed to flog women. Allowed? What kind of fucked up religion is that?